Adrian, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you very much for joining us. Our first question comes from Greg Hunter.
So, Keedy, you guys kept making runs, but you could never quite get over the hump. What do you think the difference was?
I would say unnecessary fouls got us in that position. We just got to make an extra push and play smarter to go get over that hump.
Then for you, you had a career night in terms of scoring. Did you have a feel for it, or what got you to that juncture?
Just wanting to win. I mean, we lost 5 now. We lost 4 in a row before this game. Just the will to win and doing whatever it takes.
Kevin Kinder.
Kedrian, obviously they're really good at drawing fouls. What do they do that puts you in that position? I mean, obviously that was in your scouting report a lot, but you're able to get to the line a bunch, draw a bunch of fouls again.
Just being aggressive, staying aggressive. I think that's the overall answer for that question.
Do they create, things by driving it, by getting in the lane, putting the ball where it looks like you can get to it? I mean, it seemed like there were a lot of reaching fouls today.
Well, they have some really good guards. Really, smart guards know what they're doing with the ball and how to initiate contact and get the foul call.
We'll go to Bob Herzl.
Yeah, Adrian, you guys got down by 19, and I'm sure you guys were looking at each other about that time. When that happened, you managed to find a way to get back in the game. What turned you guys on to get you going? Was there anything to get you back into it?
I mean, being down 19, that's not a good feeling, and we didn't want to go out that bad, go out like that. So we tried our best to come back, but things happen. Things don't always go your way.
Why do you? I mean, it wasn't just unnecessary fouls that got you down 19. I mean, you didn't make shots that were. When I say you did. Guys that you normally count on weren't making shots either. I mean, where has that gone? Do you think?
No, nobody's perfect. You can't play. I mean, of course, you try to play your best. You try to play your best every game, but some days it's just not your day. It's just up to you to keep working and move forward.
Justin Jackson.
Hey, Kedrian. The rebounding battle was pretty significant in Arkansas's lead tonight. You guys have had to deal with that at other times during the season, but did you guys see anything from Arkansas on film coming in that they would be as good on the glass as they were today?
I mean, that's always one of our keys. That's one of our keys to every game, to try to win, just to rebound. But it was just something that we didn't do very well today.
And then, like you said earlier, this is 5 in a row you guys have lost. As one of the older guys on the team, what have you guys done as players to try to get guys to rally and things like that? I mean, it can't all be on the coaches. What have the players done, like, maybe like off the court and stuff to try to change this around a little bit?
Actually, none of it is on the coaches, because they're preparing us for battle, with scouting reports, practice. I mean, we've talked as a team, guys have gotten in the gym. We made adjustments, but it'll come around. I really believe that. And all the work that we've been putting in and all our dedication, I think this is definitely going to turn around soon.
Thank you, Kedrian.
No problem. Thank you.
Greg Hunter.
So, Kedrian, to follow a little up on Justin's question there, with these losses, do you see the confidence level starting to go down? You guys still believe in yourself? Where's the confidence right now?
I mean, I'll say our confidence is still very high, through the roof. I mean, but 5 losses in a row, that hurts. If you love the game of basketball, losing 5 games in a row, and that's never happened to you before, that'll have a big toll on you. But it's just up to us to stay positive, keep moving forward, and learn from our mistakes.
And then my last question to follow up a little bit, you were 4 or 5 from 3-point range. Obviously that's not a number you've hit very often. Did you feel better from there? Is it just a matter of hitting 1 or 2 shots and sort of getting your confidence going?
I'll say coming into this game, my confidence was just high. I was just ready to play. You know, we had lost 4 in a row. It's like I just wanted to win. So I came into this game with a high confidence level, and I just kept that throughout the game.
Next question comes from Mike Kazaza.
Keydrin, when your meeting is, whether it's the players or players with the coaches, and you begin to talk about fixes, what's the one thing, or what are 1 or 2 things that either first or absolutely have to get going for you in those conversations?
Well, the first thing that everybody pointed out was, what can we do as individuals to help make things better? That's really where we started. We wasn't pointing any fingers. Everybody said what they could do to change, you know, what they'll bring to the table, and we just took each other's word for that.
Secondly, it would seem probably pretty easy thing to say, but you all have fallen behind early in some of these games, and you had to play extra hard just to get back into it and then to keep going. But is there something you could put your finger on with, you know, the not exactly impressive starts in first and second halves here in the recent few games?
It really comes down to defense, because if you're not making shots, you know, bad offense, if you're getting stops, you're always in the game, you know, and defense will turn into offense.
Okay, Keydrin, that's all the questions we have for you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Questions for Coach Huggins? Greg Hunter.
So Coach, you guys, you know, fouls seem to be a problem in watching this from afar. You guys, you know, a lot of reaching. They create that. You guys just do it poorly defensively. What led to all those fouls?
Well, first of all, this is the best officiated game that we've had since we started conference play, without a question. Those guys really did a good job. Did we reach? Yeah, we reached some. I mean, have they been taught not to? Absolutely. I don't know if you've ever experienced it, Greg, but if you get like a 230 pounder hits you square in the chest and you have your hands up, automatically your hand's going to come down too. That's what happens. And that's what happens. That's what happens in a post. That's what happens when people drive it to the basket. And we fouled too much, but we fouled because we were playing hard and we were trying to win, which I can live with. I kept telling them, don't foul, don't foul, don't foul. But we did foul. I thought DC in the back was terrific. He came out on the floor too far. We got to keep him in there a little bit more around the rim to guard the basket. Hey, I'm proud of our guys, man. We're down a bunch, and we didn't quit. And we fought and fought and fought. I think, you know, Tony asked the question, you know, about Sean and Taz. Sean is he's a one-dimensional jump shooter. I mean, you can't invert him and play him in the post. He's not a point guard. He is a very, very good jump shooter. We got him open. They switched it. They scouted it well. We didn't do what we were supposed to do the first half. You know, I'm big on trust, and I trusted some guys that I probably shouldn't have trusted because they didn't get it done for us, and they haven't gotten it done for us. So, yeah, it's hard just to play 5 guys, man. And I wanted to get our freshmen in a little bit more. I got them in a little bit. I need to get them in more because those guys are capable of making shots.
So I'll follow up a little bit. And I don't want to put words in your mouth. You obviously weren't very happy with effort in the last game, but it sounds like you at least thought your effort was better in this one. Is that fair?
I'm proud of our guys. We're down, what, 19, Miss? Mm-hmm. We're down 19 against a good basketball team in their place. And we competed. I mean, we competed. We had a chance, you know, we didn't score a couple possessions that, you know, I thought maybe we had a chance to score on to get it even closer, but I mean, you cut it from 19-5, and we were out of gas. We're out of gas. You're asking guys to run around and double team and trap and try to force plays at one end, and then say, hey, by the way, run off of these 3 screens and get open and make a shot. It's hard. It's not easy.
Justin Jackson.
Hey, Coach, Arkansas had a pretty big advantage on the boards tonight. What did you see there, and what kind of difference did Williams make in the game for them? He's obviously a pretty lean big who can kind of shoot from the outside and do some different things.
I mean, I don't really know what kind of difference he made. I thought their perimeter guys penetrated on us. Williams can make some shots, you know, but I thought by and large, our perimeter guys did a terrific job. We've got to get our bigs. First of all, Gabe can't foul out every game. As he hurts his team when he fouls out every game. And if we had Gabe in longer, I think we'd had a better chance. So he's got to stop fouling out. That's first and foremost. Secondly, our bigs got to stop standing around and watching. I told Eric, take them out, man. Take them out. Get them out of the game. If they're not going to go rebound the ball or at least attempt to rebound the ball, get them out of the game. Why we might as well play small and play those freshmen who can make shots, and at least we'll have 5 guys on the floor who can make a shot.
How close did you come to, doing that? Just throwing a bunch of smaller guys out there.
Well, you cut it to 5, Justin. You think maybe you got a chance.
Right.
So why would I do it then?
No, that makes sense. Yeah.
And we were, and I mean, I know our bigs were tired, but I don't know. I kind of want to kick myself in the pants for not taking a timeout when we were, I don't know what it was, 8 minutes and 12 seconds to go, for not calling a timeout then. Then you look up, it's 12 more seconds, any dead ball. I burn a timeout that I'm going to get a timeout after 8 minutes anyways. So that's a wasted timeout. And that would have taken us down to 1 timeout. So I didn't call it. And I think it went down to 6 minutes or something before there was a foul.
Right.
So, the reason I didn't call the timeouts because I thought there was going to be one. There was going to be, because there had been plenty of timeouts, plenty of stoppages in play where the under 8 timeout would have happened.
Greg Carey.
What did you see that went wrong, particularly in those first 5 or 6 minutes, and how pivotal was that in the outcome ultimately?
Well, it was very pivotal. Seemingly they came out full of energy and enthusiasm, and I don't think our guys weren't ready to play. We just did some really dumb things, really dumb things.
Thomas Murphy.
Hey, Coach, they're number 5, Tony. When he was at Pitt, he didn't have a particularly good game against you, but 19 today. What'd you make of his game?
I'll be honest with you, I didn't pay much attention. I was worried about those 2 bigs that kept rebounding the ball and scoring, and your point guard is very good. So I really didn't. I think he scored in the second half when we were trying to trap and catch up. He's a good player. He was a good player at Pitt. He's a good player. I was trying to, there's a whole lot of guys out there you got to try to stop.
Thanks, Coach.
Mike Kazaza.
Hey, Bob, how are you?
Actually, Mike, I'm shitty, but I'll survive.
I should probably stop asking that way. My bad. You, this it sounds like a weird question, but how important are maybe better starts for you, whether it's first half or second half, given the way you guys, you can find a rhythm on defense and offense, you can get on the run. You have some guys who can get hot. And like you said today, it wasn't an effort thing, but there was just a lull here or there. And that does seem to have happened in some of these recent games too, where it almost inevitably it's followed by a pretty good pushback too.
I thought they were ready to play. Like, I mean, we were in the locker room. I thought our guys were ready to play. I think we're closer and closer to being a pretty good team. We've got some guys that have got to stop thinking me first and team second, to be honest with you. Or they can't make themselves push hard, play harder, compete more. And I mean, I think the result is going to be those guys aren't going to be on the floor a whole lot, whether it's beginning of the game or the end of the game.
Mike, do you have a follow-up?
I'm all good. Thank you.
Okay. We'll go back to Justin Jackson.
Hey, Coach, you've obviously had teams like this that have struggled, losing streaks or whatever, but it seems like this team is not really in the same kind of makeup or same kind of situation as, if you go back to like the CBI year or whatever. Seems like this team is in a much different situation than that team ever was. Would you agree? Is this two totally different situations?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Mike. Or Justin, I'm sorry. I think just, I mean, I still got all the faith in the world that this team's going to get turned around. We're going to get turned around. I mean, playing the hardest league in the country. I think y'all sometimes you forget that. But we do play in the hardest league in the country. But we're going to come out of it. I mean, I believe that. I believe that with all my heart. And I think you guys know me well enough. I wouldn't lie to you about it. I really think we're going to come on. I think I'm looking forward to playing Baylor. I'm looking forward to playing Baylor in Waco. I think we're coming. I think we're coming in the right direction. We've got to get more guys involved, We got to get some guys that really have the ability to contribute and have not. We have some guys that's been more about them than it has been about our team. Not that they're not bad guys. They're not any of that. They just they get in the game, and the first thing is how do I get a shot? Not how do I help my team? And quite frankly, our big guys aren't rebounding the ball. They're not making an effort to rebound the ball. And it looks terrible when you're the biggest guy on the floor or close to the biggest or the biggest one we have out there, and the ball gets shot and you stand there and watch it. That's not competing. That's not helping your team.
Cameron Gandy.
Yeah, Coach. What did you think about Kedrian Johnson in the second half? He seemed like your only guy that could consistently find his shot. What did you think of his performance, especially in that 12-0 stretch?
Well, I think obviously he's been in the gym. We had a pretty good conversation after the Texas Tech game about guys not being in the gym and guys not working on their craft. It's kind of like taking an exam without studying for it. You take an exam without studying for it, without paying any attention in class, probably going to fail it. And we got some guys that kind of enter into that category. And as I've told them, it's a real life situation. This isn't high school. It's not intramurals. It's sure as hell not AAU. This is a real life deal. You want to play, you have to earn playing time. We're not giving it to you. You got to earn it.
Coach, we'll go to Bob Herzl.
Yeah, hey, Coach, you came into the season thinking you were going to spread the floor and get 3-point baskets and outside shots from Taz, Sean, Bridges, and Cottrell. And that just never really developed that the four of them got going together, or even three of them going together. You got any explanation for that? I mean, why did they hit them in practice and in preseason to make you think that was going to happen, and then it just hasn't happened as the years gone on?
Well, to do that, you either have to have a post guy who can score, which we don't, or what I tried to do was put somebody in the middle of the floor. If you have somebody in the middle of the floor that can penetrate it, that's going to take all that away. They can't glue themselves to those guys if you have someone, and quite frankly, Malik did that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with scouting and what they're and the physicality that they're having on a guy who's not very big, we haven't been able to do it. But you're right. I mean, I did say that. I did think that.
And it looks to me like Sean is hesitant to shoot the ball. I mean, there was one time there when he like twice passed it up and passed the ball, and when he went back to the bench by you, you said something to him, and it sure looked like he was saying shoot the ball.
I did.
Okay.
I did, but I mean, I thought he had an open shot and he jumped up in the air and passed it, and it got stolen. I said, shoot the ball. Yeah, he should shoot the ball. He had a 6'7" long guy on him. They put length on him, and he had a hard time getting a good shot.
Thanks.
Final question today, Coach, comes from Greg Hunter.
So the tough turnaround for you now, Bob. I mean, 48
Not tough.
hours.
Greg, it's not tough. It's an opportunity.
Okay.
It's an opportunity that I'm really looking forward to, and those guys headed for the bus better feel the same way. It's an opportunity for us. You know, I'm still galled by what happened in the Coliseum. You know, we had a chance to win that game. We're going to play. You know, we're going to play, and then, I mean, all you can do is ask people to give their best. And in the first half, we didn't do that. In the second half, I thought we gave our best. And as you guys probably noticed, those guys who didn't give their best sat on the bench. And they're going to continue to sit on the bench if they don't give their best. I mean, we owe that. We owe that to the university. We owe that to the people in the state of West Virginia. I've said that. I will continue to say that. I will continue to work my tail off for this team to win games and go to the NCAA tournament and advance in the NCAA tournament.
Okay, Coach, thank you for your time.
Yes, sir.